Everyone, I hope you're all doing great. We are back for our subscriber roast Sunday. I hope you've sent me your videos. I thought we are going to change it up a little bit this time. Not just this time, maybe we are going to do that in the future because I was just working through all the videos that people were sending to me, but very often these people were not even in the live stream because it's the wrong time or whatsoever. And I thought, the people that are actually in the live stream and did send me their videos, they should get featured there. So if you sent me something, let me know on in the chat, so I can look it up, search for it, and react to it and give you hopefully some feedback. For everyone that did not send it to me yet, you can still send it to me to hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. I'll just put it in the chat. You'll find it here. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Subscriber Roast Sunday. Actually, I was not planning to stream so early usually. But today I have, a meetup with my girls from my table tennis club. We have to discuss the next season. And since I'm like the team leader, I have to I have to be there. So tonight there's not going to be the stream, and I thought I'll just put it in like lunchtime. So I still have to eat lunch now. Let me know in the chat, what time is it at your place? And have you already practiced piano today? Hello everyone. Also, everyone that is joining on YouTube, please check out the Twitch stream. You'll find the link for it in the description box on YouTube, or just search for Heart of the Keys with underscore in between each word on Twitch, and you will find me. Yes, I also play table tennis. I'm not really good, but I'm really bad actually. But I don't care. It's fun. Okay, so it's noon for a lot of people. Then good. How do you say that? Good noon time. Good lunchtime. Have you had already lunch? I hope so. And if yes, let me know what did you eat today. Martinique is asking, hi Nick, I was wondering if you could listen. I sent you a piece I played as a recital. Yes, please. So actually I'm going to change up a little bit the Sunday roast because there are quite some people who are joining the live stream and the chat that did send me the videos a little bit more recently, or maybe today. I would definitely like to react on these who are actually in the live stream, so you get direct feedback from me. So yeah, if you want to send me something, you can still send it to me. I will definitely have a look, and in the time in between, if there's nobody sending something new to me, I will just watch whatever people have sent to me earlier. Yeah, that was actually leftovers of yesterday. I always like to cook some rice, some chicken teriyaki, and a little bit of vegetables. That's like my go-to food. I can eat that every day. Oh. Where can you send it to me? Send it to this email address. I sent it in the chat. hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. Alright, guys. Now, for everyone, again, that is still watching on YouTube, please consider joining me on Twitch, because in the future I will keep my live streams on Twitch. You can also re-watch all the live streams on Twitch in the future. And I will keep the long-form videos on YouTube. So this evening, there's going to be a new video on YouTube. 5 basics of piano playing. I've edited it last night, I finished editing it last night, so I won't have so much stress today. But yeah, long form videos on YouTube, live streams on Twitch. So if you don't want to miss the live streams in the future, go and check out the Twitch account. Okay, I think we are ready. Let's watch some of your videos. Wait, what was that? Oh, thank you so much, Oxweasel. Oxweasel? I don't know how to pronounce your name correctly. Thank you so much for the subscription. And to everyone else that wants to support me, please follow me on Twitch or even subscribe to it. That would be super cool. And that would actually be a huge support. All right, now, while I'll be waiting for your new videos to be sent to me, I will just continue where we stopped last time. I think it was Elizabeth Van... No, Bogdan Vocescu. Sorry, I'm like butchering all your names. And I would like to see your playing. Here it goes. Wait, I have to turn this on so I could actually hear it. YouTube has mad balls not notifying this faster. Yeah, you should always notify, put the notification on so you get notified as soon as there is something starting. Alrighty. I don't know what we are going to hear now. Let me just put you guys where am I going to put you? I think I'm going to put you here. Is that fine? Yeah, you can see most of it. Wait. I want to do it a little bit bigger, but so I can still watch your chat. That would be nice. All right. I hope you can see everything. Guys, get ready. Wait, do I have to change something in my audio settings before? Yes. Wait 1 second. I have to change something on my audio settings. Okay, now I should be able to hear everything also on my headphones. Yeah, but only on one side. Anyways, sheet of paper and pen ready. Good. Great. By the way, everyone, this evening there's going to be a new YouTube video coming out. 5 basics of piano playing. I'll be talking about basics that are not only counting for beginners, but for everyone. Because I see these mistakes all the time, especially on our Subscriber Sundays. So you better watch that video. I want to see some improvement, guys. All right. Let's start from the beginning. Are you ready? Let's go. What was that smash? What was that smash on the keyboard? Did you see that? Bam! Don't do that, please. Please. Okay, continue. Okay, it's again. Don't smash. I know you want to create that, like, that accent there. Yeah. But we don't smash the keyboard like that, okay? So try to use the weight of your arm to create the sound that you actually want to have. Wait, let me try to show you. Sorry, what I mean. So, here. So you can see that I'm like not. doing that, like that's a very, very aggressive sound that we don't want. Like try to go really low with your wrist and then push through the wrist basically. That's like that's going to give you so much more control of the sound. Plus, if you like smash it like what you just did, the chance that you're hitting the wrong note is actually getting really high. So don't do that. Don't do that, okay, please. Struggling with retransfer right now. Maybe you can use Google Drive or something, or upload it on YouTube as a private video or like a not listed video and send me the link. Then I can see it as well. All right. Wait, I need one thing for our subscriber roasts. He's back. Exactly. Alarm! Alarm! So I'm going to use that. But let me also eat something in between. Carol Szymanski is asking, can I still send videos and participate? Yes, you can. Please send me your videos to hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. I just put the email in the chat, so you can send it to me there. Actually, I'm going to change it a little bit from what I did in previous live streams. I'm not going through all the videos that people have sent me over the past weeks, because a lot of them are not even in the live stream. So I would like to concentrate especially on the people that are here right now. So you'll get direct feedback from me. So if you want to send me something, send it to me now. And I will definitely react to it. Just let me know that you are in the live stream. And yeah, I'll have a look at it. Yo, Annick, what do you think about Bach's Inventionen? Is it good for beginners and technique? It's good for anyone. It's not just good for beginners. I mean, with any piece, you're going to learn lots of technique. Some are a little bit more difficult than others, obviously. Like, I would not necessarily recommend to just directly start with the Chopin etudes, even though I actually also started to go into the Chopin etudes quite early, I would say. Like, I was 8 years old, and I started playing piano with 5. So, but I was already 3 years in, so I was starting quite early. But just not with, like, the super hard etudes. Like, all of them are hard, but some of them are super hard. I'm uploading it on Google Drive to send it to you, but my 4G is so bad. Okay, don't worry. Just, don't stress. I'll be here until 4 p.m., meaning the next 3 hours I'll be here. And then afterwards, I unfortunately have to go. But yeah, take your time. It will definitely arrive. All right, we'll continue. Let's continue. Don't smash your piano. Also, for that faster passage, he or she is using lots of finger action, and none of it is through yidlam, badlam, 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 like that circular movement through the arm, through the wrist. And that's going to create lots of unevenness in your playing. And you have like a huge loss of control, basically, that you don't want. So try to include a little bit of arm movement, wrist movement. That's automatically going to help you. By the way, all these things you will find today more in depth explained in my video coming up on YouTube. 5 basics of piano playing, which count for everyone, not just for beginner. Let me try to find a good moment to stop So show you. I can't. Yeah. Don't smash, don't smash, don't smash, don't smash. Don't rush, don't rush, don't rush, don't rush. Okay, she or he is rushing. Like, don't rush. Practice with metronome, and then you'll get a better feeling for the pulse. And the fingers are a little bit too flat. And there's too much tension in the fingers. Like, you can see how the fingers are going away from the piano. They are a lot in the air. Try to keep them a little bit more relaxed and just on the keyboard. Don't rush. And don't beat your piano. Pedal could be cleaner. Generally, I'm a huge fan of not using so much pedal, but in this case, even I would say it's a little bit too less pedal. We want to create that big, dreamy sound, and therefore you definitely need a little bit more pedal to also use like the pedal for the arpeggios. In German we say flächiger Klang. I don't know how to translate that into English. But a little bit like a sound carpet that you want to create, and that could be achieved through a little, like just a tiny bit more pedal here. Don't rush. What was that? Okay, nice. All in all, I have to say, good job in terms of you've memorized the piece. I think you understand the character of the piece, but you're missing a little bit the tools to bring it out. And then you try to force it out of the piano, which is going to create the opposite of what you actually want. So try to use more of your wrist and arm and the actual movement out of your body to create the movement in music. And therefore, like, for everyone that is watching this, if you're wondering how to move, when to move, and so on, try to first, do it in the air. It's a little bit like trying to conduct without knowing how to conduct. So yum ba-la, ya ba ba bum ba-la, ba 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 bum, and automatically you'll feel how your body wants to move, and that's going to support you in finding the right movement at the piano, because you always want to basically move in like synchronized with the music. So that's the trick. Barack X Obama just submitted a third video. Okay, let me see. By the way, everyone that's watching, I'm going to watch your videos that you're sending me right now. If you want to send me something right now, otherwise I'll just be watching the stuff that others have sent me before. So let me refresh. Barack X Obama. Are you? No, you're not Brian Shaw Rodriguez, because someone else is called Brian Shaw Rodriguez, and I know that he's watching a lot. So we'll start with Brian Shaw Rodriguez. Debussy's The Little Shepherd. Oh, I'm playing that too, out of Children's Corner. So, hi Anik, I know you've been performing Debussy's Children's Corner, so here's a video from a while ago of me playing Debussy's The Little Shepherd for you to roast, and roast in capital letters. I'm working on more advanced pieces at the moment, but I thought I would send you this one to whet your appetite for now. All right. Yes, the email is hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. I'll write it here again. It's already been written in the chat. Who is Brian Rodriguez? I'm pretty sure he was in the chat. Brian, can you just say hi in the chat so I can verify that you are here? Yeah, Bri Show. Hi. Great. Let's watch. Okay, wait. Here we go. Stop it. Like that. Okay. Let's go. The birds actually help a lot for this atmosphere. that was actually pretty nice. Thank you so much for sending this video to me. So, what I would work on is try to activate your ear even more. So the longer you've been playing, the more I could feel that you are getting into the flow of the piece. Now try to get there earlier. That, I know, is not easy. But try to open your ear and use the 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time after you played a note, try to listen to it, just to that note that you've just been playing, and listen to how it's developing. And 20% of the time, try to pre-listen to the next note, how you want to connect it to the previous note. And by doing that, you will definitely create much more tension in between the notes. It's going to be much more in the flow. So let me try to demonstrate a little bit. It was sometimes a little bit too, how do I say, too shy in terms of too correct. A little bit too German. It's not complicated, guys. You just have to open your ear. What am I eating? I'm eating my lunch. It's like rice with some chicken teriyaki and vegetables. So when you're playing... Especially with these long notes, you have to really listen very closely to how the note is developing. So after the first note, try to hear when it is actually ready to continue. And then also try to have that picture in your mind of, you know, that little shepherd that is on its own, trying to, you know, playing a flute in the big wide world, all on his own, basically. But all in all, it was actually a very nice atmosphere. I think what you can also try to work on, especially with a piece like that, try to not move too much with your body. I want movement, but that movement comes out of the, like, basically starting from the shoulder down to the fingers. But the body itself, it should not be moving around so much. So when you're playing... Obviously that's too much movement because the music is not moving so much. So try to keep your body straight and just let your arms move. And now listen how this note is developing. And now it's ready to continue. Especially here at these endings of the phrase, you don't have to move around so much. There is not so much movement, basically. Just try to feel the size of the sound that you're creating, and that you will definitely feel by just keeping your body straight and up, more than, you know, moving around too much, basically. But all in all, that was actually very nice. Next one. Patrick Herzog wrote, I just sent my video right now. Let's have a look at it. I see it. Patrick Herzog. Let's watch. Are you ready? All in all, it's actually really nice. I can see that, like, how you're building up the music, like, dynamically, which is good. Just one thing, which has a lot to do with the technique that you are using. I would like to hear a little bit more connection in between the notes, especially for the main melody. Try to play like the notes that have a connection to each other, not da dee da dum. And that happens automatically because your wrist is never going lower than like this. That's like the lowest, or maybe this is the lowest that you play. So that's like a very neutral and quite high position, and you can see that most of the time you're basically pushing into the piano. And by doing that, you don't give yourself and you don't give the piano the chance to connect the notes in another way. Basically, as always, we need more movement through the wrist. That's going to be part of today's video on YouTube. 5 basics of piano playing. Definitely watch it today. So, for example, you can put 2 notes into circular movements, or put 4 notes into 1 circular movement. Automatically, just by connecting them in 1 movement, automatically the sound is going to connect as well. Barack X Obama, I think I still didn't get your email. Let me just check. Or at least, like, let me know what is your name. Like, I'm pretty sure your name is not Barack X Obama. It's your email. So you are Thibaut van Landegem. Are you? Because I do have that piece here, but I don't know if it's you. A Dutch name. Okay, I'm pretty sure I pronounced it completely wrongly. We're going to watch it next. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the Patrick Herzog performance. It is really well built up in itself. I just think that sometimes when you are repeating the same phrase, and since that's your own composition, like, of course it's up to you how to play it, but if I was the one who would have been playing it, every time there is a sequence that's repeating, I would want to play it differently, because in between these two phrases, even though they sound the same, there is a little bit of time that passed, and if I say the same sentence twice, even if I'm using this exact same words, the second time I'm saying it, it's going to have a different meaning, and the same counts for music. So try to change it a little bit up if you have the same phrase, basically. Blue Train is saying here, should he sit a little bit lower? It might be possible. I'll just show you again the video. I do see quite a lot of, like, the leg is pointing down a lot, but what is more important is actually that the arm should be parallel to the ground. And since he's most of the time pushing into the piano, it looks a little bit like he's sitting too high, but that's something that you have to figure out. It might be a little bit too high, that's true. All right. Next one, we are going to watch Barack X Obama. Let me see. Gnossien, number 1. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly though. Gnossien? Gnossien or Gnossien? I don't know. Hi Anik, I don't have much to say, but I don't want to only send the link, so pretend like this was interesting, please. Okay, that was interesting. We're on TikTok now. Let me just see. I have to turn that on. Is the Sunday roast also suitable for beginners, or is it more for advanced or professionals? No, that's open to everyone. I'm going to adjust my roasting style to your level, of course. Like, if it's a complete beginner, I'm not going to roast to a point that will demotivate you, I hope. But if you are more advanced or more professional, I will definitely be more critical, because I also believe that we should you want to learn something here, right? Like, you don't want to just hear how great you are, I hope. All right. Now, let's watch. Here. Yeah, I can definitely hear the character of that piece. Now, I think something that would help to have a little bit more of the flow going on is what we talked about today already a couple of times, which is the arm movement rather than the finger movement. I can see lots of finger movement, da-dum, ba-dum, instead of yadum, yadum. That's going to create a different movement in music. If you just do this da-dum, da-dum, there's not enough movement in the music. If we have to sing it, yada-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, like, try to feel the movement in the music, and automatically you will feel how your arm wants to move, and then you will know what movement on the piano you need on the keys, and that's going to have a huge impact on your sound. Let's continue. Pedal. Yes, the left hand is also a little bit too loud. Okay, I don't understand that part. Like, sure, it's supposed to be louder, but like, you changed the tempo, you changed the whole atmosphere. It feels like a completely different piece. Like, try to stay in the frame of that piece, in the frame of the character that you're creating here. Of course, sometimes we have pieces where inside of the piece there are character changes, but not in this case. Like, if there's a character change, it's going to be different. Okay. But this is not a character change here. It's a mood change maybe, but of the same character. So stay in that character. Also here, like that's like a very sorry, I can't really sing, but like that melody line is very special. And you can, like, I feel like sometimes, our ears nowadays are so used to dissonances and like strange sounds that it doesn't sound strange to us anymore. But you have to try to imagine how it was back then for the people to hear this for the first time. That line, don't da 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 dum. That's not the melody line. If I try to feel the turnaround, try to feel the dissonance there, that's like very strange sounding. And then automatically the melody line is going to sound much, much more interesting and beautiful. Blue Train is saying, I heard that tempo change before. Maybe it's intentional. Even if it's intentional, like let's say if someone comes to me and tells me, okay, that was intentional, I would first ask what is giving you support on that interpretation. So our interpretation is not just coming out of nowhere. It's not just gut feeling and we're going to play whatever gut feeling we have in that moment. No, we have to base it on an analysis of the piece, because otherwise it will never really make sense. Of course, there should be some gut feeling in it. That's how we feel music, of course, but still we have to look into the composition and how it's composed and what makes sense in that frame. Since I'm pretty sure there is nothing written about tempo change, don't do it. Like, it's not supposed to be there. Where's my mouse? Here. Continue. Don't rush. Is someone cleaning the place in the background? All right. I don't think that we'll hear any new things that we can talk about. Brichot is asking, is he sitting too close to the pedal and a little too high? That's possible. I don't see the full picture, so I can't really tell. It looks a little bit like you're sitting too high because of the underarm that's going a little bit up like that and not staying parallel to the ground. Also, your legs look a little bit like they're going up a lot. So try to like experiment a little bit with your sitting position. That's also going to be topic of today's video on YouTube, guys. So today there's going to be a new YouTube video, which you should definitely watch if you want to participate in these future roasting videos, because I want to see some improvement, guys. So I've included 5 basics of piano playing in that video, which are going to be sitting position, finger position, like how to hold your hand, how to put your fingers on the piano, the heart of the key, pedal, and arm and wrist movement. Like these 5 basics I'm going to talk about in the video. And I want to see improvement in 2026, all right? That would be so cool. Next one. So I think a couple of other people have also sent me stuff here. Let me see. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm coming to Hamburg soon. I'll be playing all 4 Chopin ballades, the Pathetique Sonata by Beethoven, and Children's Corner by Claude Debussy on the 28th of February in the beautiful LAEISZHALLE. You'll find tickets and information and link in the description box and also on my like information box on Twitch, basically. Giorgio Blancato. Let's see if I find you. Yes, I have you here, but there are also a couple of other people that have sent me the stuff before you today, so I would like to go through them. Frédéric Lemaitre. Hi, Yannick. I have already been roasted with the 15th prelude, so feel free to give priority to newcomers. If not, would be great your review on the 6th prelude. Anyways, I've just clicked on it, so we'll watch it.
Hol dir bis zu 750 €.
My God. I have advertisement. All right, now let's go. Mr. Musikus, Entschuldigung. Wieso bist du hier falsch? Why are you wrong here? I don't think you are. Martinique is asking if I can just check if his email or her email arrived. Yes, I got your email with Arabesque number 1. All right, but first we're going to watch this prelude number 6. Let's go. Watch the right ring finger. Your ring finger is the weakest finger of your hand, and you try to control it for the full piece. Like, try to include your wrist and arm. So instead of actively pushing the ring finger, try to have a lazy finger, and you push it through an arm movement, through a wrist movement. It's going to have a much more vivid sound that will be created by that as well. So let me show you the difference. that's going to have much more life in the sound than. And your brain has to focus on every single note that you want to play, because it has to adjust and calculate how hard you want to push the next note. Plus, your ring finger is going to get tired. I'm not sure if I would take the ring finger there, actually. It might be better to take another finger. I didn't play this piece yet, so I can't really tell you which finger I would use there. But switch it up and try to figure out if there might be another finger that's a little bit more easy to control. All right, let's continue. Pedal, pedal, pedal. That's sound color change here. And I want to hear the sound color change. Suddenly the sun arrives, but in your case, it's the same. The sound didn't change in your playing here, but Chopin wants you to change the sound. It's actually a very dark piece. It's a little bit like a cello playing, and you can imagine like lots of gray clouds, a day that's very gray, and then suddenly suddenly the sun is coming out. And the sun doesn't come out just like bam, it's there. It's like it's opening up. And the same, like you need a little bit of time for letting the sun come out here and to experience the warmth that the sound is going to create. Again, we had this arpeggio twice in a row. Don't play it twice the same. For example, how can you switch it up? One time you can emphasize the highest note more. One time you can emphasize the lowest note more. That is a very simple and very obvious change. There's a ya da 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 yum, pa da 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 yum, for example, or the other way around. It's a bit pa da 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 yum, ya da 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 yum, for example. And just by doing this, you're giving the piece more life and more flow to continue. If you're repeating the same thing twice, I'm repeating myself here. If you're repeating the same sequence twice, you have to change it up a little bit. Just for you to hear it now again. Did you hear? It was twice exactly the same. Blue Train, when in doubt, change the dynamic. It's not just dynamic. We have three main tools, may I say. Of course, we have other tools as well, but let's say three main tools that you can definitely include, which are dynamics, articulation, and timing. So change up the dynamics. One time it's louder, one time it's softer, for example. Of course, still in that frame that the composer gave you. Then we have articulation. So one time you can play it even like legato, the other time staccato. Not maybe in this case. I would be a little bit more careful there, because that just doesn't fit the character. But you can switch up a little bit of the pedaling, for example, to make it a little bit more interesting. Then we have timing. So rubato, for example. I'm not advising you to do too much rubato because so many people are running into the mistake of using way too much rubato and rubato for everything. I was at that part, like I was there too. Okay, I was also in this situation, and I'm always like I also have to like call myself out on these things every now and then when I'm practicing, because I can see that I'm just using too much rubato, for example. You can definitely work a little bit with your rubato here with stretto, but the main thing is definitely dynamics that you can use for everything. All right, I finished my lunch. That was delicious. Next one. Oh, something, since we can see his full body now. Sorry, I had to get myself some tea. We can see his full body now, and you can see sometimes that when he's playing that he's going down a lot. Even if it's just a little, it's going to press into the sound a little bit, and we don't want that. Good morning, Stephen Gladson. The roast is going nice. Nice that you've joined us. For everyone that is watching now, you can send me your videos still to hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. I've just put it in the chat for everyone that still wants to send me their stuff. All right, we are going to continue with the next one. Next one is Aditya Gandhi. Aditya Gandhi. Sorry. Are you in the chat? Are you in the chat? Just write a very short. I'm Aditya. And I have to see how to get access to that video. It's completely dark, the video. Okay, but I think you can hear it. Can you? Can you hear it if I just let it run here? Oh, it's that nocturne. Yeah, actually, I think, it's not wrong to choose a tempo that is so slow. I would definitely still recommend a faster tempo, but if you are not there yet to play a faster tempo, that's totally fine. It's good that you chose a slow tempo, but if you choose a tempo that's that slow, or actually it doesn't really matter if you play a faster tempo, don't use so much rubato. Like for every bass note, for example, that you play, I can hear that you are kind of searching for the note. So even that tempo is too fast for you, or you're so scared of like letting off the control and just trust your hand and your fingers where to go next. So you should definitely work on that. Like I can hear that very often, actually, with people that come to my masterclasses. Oh, by the way, I'm also giving masterclasses online, and you can just check out my website. So you're going to have one-to-one lessons with me. I will be your piano teacher. All you need, therefore, is internet, of course, a piano, in best case, a laptop or a computer with a camera and mic, so I can see and hear you, and then the whole lesson is going to be held on Zoom. It works actually really, really well. I wouldn't recommend using a phone for that, because otherwise, like, the things that I hear are, it's not so good, actually. But yeah, it would work as well. But please don't. Like, use a laptop for that. So just in case someone was wondering, yes, I'm also giving lessons. Just check out my website. There you'll find all the information about that. How often do you think is good for taking piano classes with you? Like, how regularly? I mean, it depends a little bit. Like, I'm not. Like, there are a couple of people who come very regularly, like every week. But most of the people, I would say, they come once every now and then, which is also totally fine. Like, I'm not giving these regular lessons. I want people to come when they feel ready for the lesson, and not have this feeling of, oh, I have to go to my lesson again. Oh no. It's more about, okay, I've prepared. I want to go prepared to the lesson. It's much more fun to work together like that. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's more like a master class. Now, of course, if you have a huge program, or if you think you need a more regular lesson, you can also book regular lessons with me, and just, look into the online calendar and book whenever it suits you, and just come every week or every second week, for example. But yeah, it's also totally fine if you just come when you feel like you want a little bit more inspiration, some new impulse, and you really, but also if you really want to learn how to fix your technique, for example, and you don't have anyone that is helping you, something like fixing your technique, or learning how to build up a nice, learning how to build up a nice fingering. These are things that will only develop over time, and you should definitely get regular feedback on these things. But if you just want to have a little bit of like new impulse, fresh point of view on your playing, that's also totally fine. It's completely up to you. Do you think it would be suitable for a relative beginner, or is it more intended for advanced players? Actually, it is. It doesn't really matter on which level you play. I just don't want to have complete beginners that have never touched a key before, because honestly, you will find, for example, the app My Groove, where I've created the Keys Academy. There's a whole bunch of videos. Like, I think we've created 1,600 videos so far for you to start to learn piano. By the way, I don't know when it's finally going to be out and released in English. It is already in German, so for all the German-speaking people here that are living in German-speaking countries, you already have access to that app. And you get 20% off by using my code, which hopefully is also linked in the description box. If not, I'll definitely put it there. But yeah, I've included so many videos on learn, like, the first steps at playing piano. So how to read scores, how to put your hands correctly on the keyboard, and so on and so on. Like, I wouldn't want you to come to a lesson, like an online lesson with me, where you're just, starting from zero, basically. So I would expect people to prepare for the lesson. It doesn't have to be a lot. You can just play whatever you're playing right now. It doesn't have to be a full piece. It can also just be a part of a piece where you're struggling with, or you can just prepare a couple of questions. That's also fine. But be prepared for the lesson. Like, I don't want to sit there and try to be the entertainer, That's not my job there. Lucas is asking, can I still send a video? Yes, you can. Send it, please, to hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. You'll find it also in the chat now. I've just put the mail link there. I need help with fingerings on the first bars of Clair de Lune, lol. Clair de Lune is not as easy as a lot of people think it is. I promise you, I've played it in a challenge, and I've discovered that the rhythm is actually very complex, and you should never underestimate Debussy. So Rainbow Dog, if you actually really have problems with the fingering, come for an online lesson. That would definitely help. All right, next one. We have Martin Le Diuri. Diuri? With Arabesque number 1, Debussy. Are you still in the chat, Martin? Martin? Is it Martin in French, I guess? It looks like a French name. Hello, Annick. Here's my version of Arabesque from Debussy at a recital in my music school. Can't wait to hear your feedback and tips. Great. It's Martin in French, yes. Aha! A French name. On a Bösendorfer. Ooh. Wow, what a fancy school. You have a Bösendorfer at school. Like, what the hell? And it actually looks like a big one. Not that big, but still pretty big. Like, it looks like the size of a Steinway bee. You know what we do with French people? What do you mean? What do you mean? Very nice atmosphere that you create here. I would wish to have a little bit more of a pulse feeling directly from the beginning. It was a little bit too much rubato. And next time you have someone to flip the pages for you, please let her sit on the other side. Like, don't let her cover you from the audience. Like, we don't do that, okay? Let her sit on the other side. So she's going to stand up. Wait, let me show you. So, if I'm playing here, okay? I'm playing here and someone is standing up in front of the audience and just doing that. Like, we don't want to see that, okay? So, let her stand here, behind the piano, and flip the page like that. Okay? Because otherwise, if she is just going like that and flipping the page, like she's going to block the full part here. So what I like to do is just stand here, flip the page like that. That's going to be elegant and nice and without disturbing anyone and without showing your butt to the whole audience. It's on a huge school, but their concert room has a really nice piano. Yeah, the piano sounds actually really beautifully. I have to admit, I have to say. Yeah, try to get your left hand a little bit more smoothed out. I can hear da 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 da. Like, it's a little bit uneven. Practice your left hand alone. Yadel da di da da, yadel da di da da, yadel da di da da. And try to integrate. I can't see it from here, but from what I hear, I can hear that you're trying to control everything through the fingers, and that's what's creating this unevenness in the sound. Try to include a movement, and automatically things are going to smooth out a little bit more. You're going to create that wave sound more. Just so many things you'll get for free if you just integrate the right movement. Guys, watch the video today, okay? 5 basics of piano playing. And thank me later. And also, I want to see some improvement in 2026, guys. Let's continue. I want to hear a little bit more of a build up here. Like we have I'm not sure what's exactly written in the scores. Like I didn't look into the scores for a while. I didn't play this except for a challenge, so but I'm pretty sure that there's probably something like a forte or anything. So you have to build it up a little bit. Ya-dee-da-pa. And the second time you're insisting on that. So it's even more. Right now it feels like everything is a little bit flat. You have a very nice sound. The piano has a very nice sound as well. And that's a good match. But you can create more contrast. Ah, un poco mosso and crescendo. Yeah. Okay. I would like to hear the highest note of that yada ya ta yadam, that highest note. I want to hear that shine. And you'll get that through positioning your arm in the right moment with the right weight, basically. So I can hear that your arm is maybe a little bit too close to your body, and therefore the highest note doesn't get enough weight. Or maybe you're also using a too high wrist. So try to go low with the wrist and out with your arm. So the arm is going to automatically give more weight into the highest note. So I want to hear yada, 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 and not da, da. Like that's a flat sound. Better. Also try to feel the triplets. Ya dee da ya ba ba bum ba dum. The triplet was rushing. Ya dee da ya da da da. We don't have that. Ya dee da ya ba ba bum ba dim. You have all the time in the world. Don't rush. I feel like we should do like some rhythm exercises in some upcoming live streams, or maybe in some upcoming videos. What do you think about that? Like rhythm exercises where you actually have to switch between duolen and triolen, like between and stuff like that, and like do this on two legs and stuff like that. So you're getting really confused, and me as well. All right, I can see that people would like to do that. We're going to include that in one of the upcoming live streams. Maybe we can do that tomorrow. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. All right, let's continue. Every single time you're playing that sequence, try to build it up a little bit and try to make it even. Like, I can literally hear that you're creating everything out of the fingers and not out of the movement. No. The highest note. Yeah, I can hear that you are rushing on the second half of that arpeggio, which you don't want. You have all the time in the world. Really, just let it play through the end. Also here, when we're playing this 2 times, especially in a part like that, the second time it's much more insisting. Don't play it like it's the same as before. No, it's not. Insist. But like these quiet parts, you play them so beautifully. I love the sound that you create there. It has a very delicate sound. Oh yeah, it's a huge piano actually. Oh wow, it's like a concert grand. What is this school? I want to go to that school as well. I have to tell you a story actually. So in my school back then, where I went to school, I went to a public school in the little town that I grew up in, and this school also had a Bösendorfer, but a small one, and that one was completely destroyed, kind of. Like, people did not appreciate what they had there. They didn't know what they had there. And they just let random people get to the instrument, do stuff with it that's like really nasty. And like, someone told me that at some point there were students that actually just put water into the piano out of fun, or like, I don't know, Coca-Cola or anything. Like, why would people do that? They completely destroyed that instrument. And, you know, I think that person that initially got that instrument for our school, that really must have appreciated music and the importance of music in our culture. But I feel like, and that's actually really sad, you can really see how music and the status of music in German culture, it really went down a lot, I feel. And you can see that with that grand piano that was standing in my school back then. I don't know if, I think we still have that one, but it's like, it's such a poor instrument. I'm very sorry for it. I could cry. Great. Martin, that was actually a beautiful performance. As I said before, if you're going to perform next time on stage and you're going to play with scores, that's totally fine, but ask the page flipper to stay on your left side, so not in front of the audience. That's the first thing. The second thing, try to, before you start playing, because that was actually something that I didn't mention, but before you start playing, try to feel the pulse of what you're going to play. Let me just go back to the beginning and you'll hear it. Because it was a little bit like, I'll just start now, but I don't really have the pulse yet there. And that's going to create that a little bit unevenness. Let me just hear again. Yeah, so like there was a lot of yeah, a little bit like that, which to me feels like, okay, you had another pulse in mind of what you actually played then. So try to imagine the music already, try to feel the pulse, and then start out of a movement. That's like the most important part of any piece that you will be playing, that counts for anyone here, is the beginning. You are going to have such a miserable life if you mess up the beginning. If you manage to enter the piece very well, there are so many things you'll get for free, because the music is going to appreciate it and it will just give you lots of presents. If you start without any of these understandings from the beginning, it always feels a little bit like, to me, it always feels like you just missed the bus and you try to catch up with the bus. Like, good luck catching up with it. It's like, it's nearly impossible to catch up. And even if you catch up, like, you can't enjoy the ride anymore. Okay? Not that I'm enjoying any of the bus rides here in Germany. I like Germany, you know. I'm not going to talk about that here. Hello to Australia. Next one. We have what do we have here? Ba-ba-ba-bam, 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 ba-ba-ba-bam. Giorgio Blancato. Hi Yannick, I'm Giorgio Blancato. I've been playing since I was 12 and now I'm 15. This is my interpretation of Piece of the Kinderszenen by Schumann. Unfortunately, I can't send the old opus. I hope you appreciate that. Roast me. You are my favorite pianist in the world. Oh, I love you. I love you too. All right. Let me see how you get that. I know I have to download it. I just hope it's not going. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Here it is. Here it goes. Oh. Wait. I have to get it here. All right. Okay. Are we ready? Let's go. Yeah, the beginning was actually really nice. You had some nice phrasing there as well. Now, again, we have a repetition here. And not only the repetition of like the full part, but also the part in itself. It's like we have a repetition in the part itself as well. So try to, again, I'm repeating myself. Imagine you have lyrics, okay? Imagine you have lyrics and you have to express with the same words different feelings. With the same words, okay? What can we use as lyrics here? I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. Like you have different accents then. Yada-dum, and so on and so on. Yada-dum. Try to really change the meaning of what you're saying with every single time you're saying it. Yeah, try to get your left hand, like since the left hand is going to have the main melody now, try to get it directly from the start, that it's clear that this is now the main melody. Otherwise, people will think da dee da dee da dee da dum is the main melody, which is your right hand. Try to shift the attention to the left hand directly from the beginning. So when you're playing, wait, let me see. Yeah. Like the first note, yada, yada, dum. Try to like really feel the first note more than the other notes. Yeah, and also yada. Like we don't want to have that. That was a very strange accent at the end. That's a down phrase. Yum padum. Relax. Don't yum bomb. Don't slow down. Don't. What is that? That's too much rubato. Okay, this is a very short piece. Of course, there are great feelings inside of it, but it's only the feelings of like, it's like with the children's corner. It's Kinderszenen, so we have to look into the world through the eyes of a child. Okay, in the eyes of a child, nothing is like. You're not changing history as a child usually. All right, so you don't have to build it up like you're going to change history with that piece. You're not. Okay, it's just something awesome happened today, but it's nothing that huge. Also try to not move too much with your head down. Yeah, there is a ritardando, but you don't have to completely lose track of time, let's say. Try to glide, like, since we are going to speed up a little bit, like, not that's maybe the wrong wording here. We don't want to speed up, but like yum bum ya da dum ba da dee da 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 yum ba dee da dum. That would be enough. Like, don't overdo the ritardando. Try to stay in the pulse, basically. Try to sing. That's going to give you so much more indication of what's too much. Because as soon as you're running out of breath, what would happen if you sing it together with what you did, you will see that it's just too slow and the whole piece falls apart because of that. So try to sing along with it and automatically you will feel much more the flow that you have to keep on going. Nice, but all in all, that's actually a really good job that you're doing here. Oopsie, sorry. That was actually really nice. You had a beautiful sound going on. You have good movement going on. Of course, you can still try to use a little bit more of wrist, like experiment a little bit with how low you can go with the wrist. But all in all, I can see things are going smoothly through your body, which is good. Frede Rolling is saying, I would like my video to get roasted. I sent it last week. All right, then I will have a look at it. Let me see. Last week. Can you tell me your name? Last week. Or what you sent to me? Because I would like to definitely roast all the people that are here in the live stream. Federico Castaneda. Let me search. Federico Castaneda. Okay, there is no Federico Castaneda, apparently. Federico. Also no Federico. Let me search. Did you use the right email address? Did you use hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com? I just put it in the chat as well. Or can you tell me on which day you've sent me your stuff? Or are you using another name for your email? That's also that could also be the reason why I don't find you right now. All right. As long as we're going to search for the Federico Castaneda video, I will have a look at Sander. Hi, I played an arrangement of Il Porco Rosso. Would be much appreciated if you check it out. All right, let's do it. Yeah, the introduction, it was nicely played, but I would like to hear a little bit more of that improvisation character. I could hear that you've studied it well. I can hear that you've learned all the right notes, and now I would like to hear a little bit more freedom, a little bit more improvisation, as if it just comes out of that moment. And then when you're gliding into that that main theme, really make it obvious for the audience. Oh, that's our main theme. Like, yeah. I don't know how to put it in better words. I'll continue listening. I'll just fill up my tea. Okay, guys, I want you to look into the movement of the wrist. Ah, you can't really see it? Now you see it better. The movement of the wrist, okay? Because there is not a lot of movement. Okay, do you see that? Like, that's a straight wrist all the time. And basically you're pushing into the piano because you're not moving the wrist. Try to like use a flexible wrist. Like you can really use a flexible wrist, and automatically you're going to have a much smoother, much warmer sound that's created because of the wrist. Also, like da 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 da. No. I want to connect the notes. Now, that's actually difficult to do with octaves. But, sorry. Even more, if you're playing octaves where you can't actively play a legato through finger legato, you have to understand how to connect notes through movement. Definitely not by da 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 da. Ya da dee da 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 da. Wait. I didn't use it so much today. Pedal! Pedal! That's way too much pedal here. That's also too much pedal. Also here, you just saw that da-da-da-da-dum. That was a lot of finger movement, but the finger movement only will create that da-da-da-da-dum instead of ya-da-da-da-dum. Try to integrate your whole body. Let the sound start from the center of your body. It rolls up through your back, through the shoulder, through the full arm, through the elbow, wrist, and then you just let it glide into the piano. Not da 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 dum. There's no connection to your body, okay? Your body is the real instrument, not the piano. The piano can only sound as well as you move your body, okay? So move your body. Move it. Don't smash your piano. Don't smash your piano. Okay, we have a change of style here with the rhythmical part, and I think it's a little bit more swinging, and I would like to hear that swinging a little bit more. It sounds a little bit like a march, the way you play it. Da 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 dum. But I think it's much more ba da da dum, ba da 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 dum, and stuff like that. So it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more easygoing, and not we are going to war now. But I love the arrangement. Joe Hisaishi is like, he's a great composer. Don't smash your piano. Nice. All in all, I have to say, even though I was like, don't smash the piano here and there, all in all, you are not really smashing the piano in like 99% of the time that you're playing. Like I've seen worse. Okay, I've seen worse. It's just a few times, especially when you're including octaves to play the melody, you tend to smash the piano, which you shouldn't. Like, still prepare first on the key and let the sound grow out of the key. Don't push into the piano. Okay, I think Freder Rolling resent me his email, but I still don't see it here. Unfortunately, let me check the. Let me check the spam. Ah! You are in the spam here. I found you in the spam. Hello, Anik. This is Frederico from Mexico, and here's my video for the roast. I found you. I hope you are still there. Let's go. Wait. Let me start it from the beginning again. Okay, the first note. Please don't, like, I could already hear it, but I didn't see it before. Don't smash it. It's good that you prepare, but then don't da 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 da. Like, start from the key. That's the same as before. What I said. Like, start from the key and jump away. That's how you create a nice staccato, and not through pushing. The piano doesn't want to be hit, okay? You don't want to be hit. Then don't hit the piano. And posture. Posture. Like, that's not a good posture. We want to have yadam, party, yadam, rigoletto, opera. You have to open the sound, okay? You have to open the stage and not da 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 da. Okay? That's not going to open the sound. Very nice sound change. stay in the pulse. Like, I understand what you want to do there musically, but it's going to rip everything apart. Like, try to stay in the pulse. That's going to create much more tension than letting things fall apart because you're taking too much time there. Remember, we are still in the beginning of the piece. Like, don't already waste everything, all the dirty tricks that you have. Entschuldigung! I didn't understand. What was that? Come on. You can do this more beautifully. I know, I can see that you can do it more beautifully. That was a little bit wasted. So first, what is the musical movement that we have here? We have like, we're starting from very low. Like, it's a huge round curve, basically. And what you do is like, it's flat. And it's like, we're not DJs, okay? We're not doing that, okay? It's a three-dimensional curve that you have to paint here, and not give yourself time for the turnaround. It's a little bit like, I think I brought this image a couple of times now already, but when you have to, for example, when you're sitting in a train and you're driving very fast in one direction, now the train has to change direction in the opposite direction. So you go in that direction and then you have to turn back, okay? When you are sitting in the train, what happens is that the train stops and you continue falling in that direction. And then you're going to go back. The same counts for music. That highest note, you have to continue above that curve and then you turn back. It's not going to work like that. Also, it's not going to sound nice. And then let yourself time to play every single note in that Girlande. I want to hear every single note. Otherwise, it's like, for the audience, it's like, oh, cool, that was fast, but it was dirty. Like, nobody's like, if you just play it a little bit slower, just a tiny bit slower, you will have all the time in the world to play out all the notes that you wanted to play. Plus, it's going to sound extremely fast because it was clear and clean. It's going to sound even faster than whatever you just have played. No. Don't do that to me. There was not one single arpeggio that was clean. And I'm pretty sure you can do it clean. It just looks a little bit like you didn't practice it well. Okay, also this part, ya-da-dee-da, ya-da-dee-da, ya-da-da, build it up, okay? Don't just play it the same all the time. It sounds too much like a machine otherwise. Okay, that was actually nice. Magic Fingers is asking, do you read the YouTube chat? Yes, I am trying to keep up with everything that I'm reading in the chat on YouTube and on Twitch, but please, it would actually be so much easier for me to keep up with everything if you just switch to Twitch. For everyone that is still watching on YouTube, please have a look on my Twitch account. I'm live streaming simultaneously on Twitch and YouTube right now. But at the end of January, I'll be starting to only live stream on Twitch in the future. So if you don't want to miss the live streams in the future, check out Twitch. Okay, you'll find the link in the description box. Sorry, that was very unpolite. But yeah, check out Twitch. Let's continue. And if you want, you can support me by subscribing there as well. Pedal, pedal, pedal. It sounds like there's lots of reverb in that hall that you're playing in. And if there is so much reverb, you have to react to it by using even less pedal. That was actually really nice. You were singing it like it was a real opera singer. Like I could hear the main melody. It was well connected. That was good. I think the arpeggios can be a little bit lighter, but that's also possible. It's like it's just the audio quality of the video that's not really nice. One second. Thank you so much to Dark Codarn for subscribing to the channel. That's actually very, very helpful. Thank you so much. Let's continue. Yeah, actually, technically, it's not bad. It's just that the transition from you have to create the dialogue between that. That's a different character than. So give it a little bit time, or. It's not really about timing, it's more about that the end of that like you're rushing just a tiny little bip. You're rushing a tiny little bip, and that's creating this very strange like swallowing of the sound at the end of that phrase. And then automatically I don't understand what you're doing there as the audience. Dark Codarn is asking, could you please roast my video? Email from Farouk Nane. All right, I will do that definitely next. Let's just hear a little bit more of the Rigoletto, and then we will look into your video. Hold on 1 second. What did we have here? A hype train. Thank you so much, Amy Duno, for the subscription. Thank you so much. So we are on a hype train, everyone. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe now. Magic Fingers. Hi, Nick. Do you read the YouTube chat? Yes, I do. Actually, I already answered you before. I think you just didn't see it, hear it. God, guys, my back starts to hurt. I think I have to change my seating now. Oh, that's actually good. Let me just lay down on my ball a little bit. Yeah, Lorenzo G96 is saying, it is the right time to subscribe and send bits, guys. Oh yes, it is. Time to do a few burpees? I don't think so. Just let me bounce around on my ball a little bit. Sitting too much is really like, it's hurting my back so much. Ugh. Okay. All right, bouncy ball is back. I'm going to bounce around now. Okay. Whose video are we going to watch next? We wanted to watch Farouk Nane. Hi, Anik. I have taken no education so far. Have been playing for 4 years as a hobby, wondering if it is so bad or not. Could you check this? Sure. Let's check this. Okay. Whew. Whew. Here. Let's go. Okay, so far, first of all, tune the piano, please. That's not your fault, I guess. It looks like it's a public space where you're playing. The thing is that I can see lots of tension in your hand, finger, wrist, arm that we need to get rid of. So try to. Where do we start? We'll start with the very first movement. Yadda-da-dum. That's like a yadda-da-da-dim. One circular movement with that wrist and arm going yadda-da-da-dum, yadda-da-da-dum. Try to integrate the wrist, try to integrate the arm. If you don't know how to do that directly on the piano, that's okay. Nobody knows how to do that directly on the piano, by the way. Nobody's born as a pianist. You have to first step away from the piano, do it in the air. Yaddle-da-da-dum, yaddle-da-da-dum, and sing, and you'll get a feeling of the connection between the hand movement and the music, and try to really integrate it. Like, sing actively. I know it's embarrassing, especially when people watch, but just do it at home when nobody's watching. Do it when you're sitting on the toilet, okay? Yaddle-da-da-dum, yaddle-da-da-dum, yaddle-da-da, yaddle-da-da, yaddle-da-da-yum, and then you will feel how the music wants to move. And then try to integrate a little bit the full arm in your playing. Right now I can see everything is controlled through the fingers, and your wrist is extremely stiff, which is creating so much tension, and then it's very difficult to actually let the music move because you're fixating it through your body. Aditya Gandhi. Oh yeah, actually I'm not sure if I reviewed the full excerpt. No, I probably didn't. I remember that it was extremely slow, but I think we didn't continue watching that. I also was not sure if you're still in the chat, so but okay, it's nice to have you here. I will watch it again or listen to it again afterwards. Okay, you just finished the phrase. Listen, 80%, 20%. 80% of the time you have to listen to what you just played. Okay, give yourself time to breathe as well. If there is no time to breathe, then like it feels rushed, even though it might not be rushed metronomically. But because you're not giving yourself time to breathe, it feels rushed. Sing, and that will give you a right a good idea of when to take time and when not. And also practice your left hand alone. What up, 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 what up, 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 what up, up, and for the left hand. I know it looks a little bit contraintuitive, but let me show you actually. I don't know the right keys to play because I didn't play that piece, but let me try to show. When you play, the arm goes out on the low note, and then you're turning back. Let me change actually this camera a little bit so you can see more of the arm, hopefully. Okay, where's my ball? Okay, so when you're doing try to go away from your body and then come back. So not that's the wrong direction because you're pushing into the body. Go away on the low note. So again, it feels a little bit strange in the beginning, so do it in the air. Yada bum bum wada bum bum wada bum bum, and then automatically you'll find a way to do it at the piano. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Circular movement and always away from the piano. From not from the piano, away from the body. Okay? Try to not push into the body. That's never a good idea. We only have a very few moments in technique that we want to push into the piano. Not into the piano. Never push into the piano. That we have to push into the body for like extremely fast arpeggios, like that basically, or in the other direction. But for everything else, try to push away from your body. Dark Codern is asking, overall so bad or no, for someone who is completely self-taught, that's not bad at all. Like, how are you supposed to know all these things if nobody told you what to do, what to pay your attention to? I would, in your case now, try to step one step back and try to integrate the movement of your arm, your wrist, your body into the playing, and automatically you will feel in the beginning it's going to be very strange. It's going to be really, really strange. But at some point you will feel how much easier it's going to actually play and to create a nice sound because you're using the right weight and the right movements and so on. Hello to everyone that's just entered from wherever you are entering. Welcome to the subscriber roast. Actually, I'm live streaming earlier than planned today because this evening I'll have a meeting with my table tennis girls. We have to discuss the next season. So I thought I will have to do the subscriber roast earlier. By the way, I'm coming to Hamburg, the beautiful LAEISZHALLE, on the 28th of February. Tickets and information you'll find in the link in the description box. I'll be playing all 4 Chopin ballades, the Pathétique Sonata by Beethoven, and Children's Corner by Claude Debussy. And I'm very excited for that concert because especially we are going to have the meet and greet afterwards, which is going to be fun, and also the live stream is actually not the live stream, the concert in the LAEISZHALLE. That's going to be epic, because it's the LAEISZHALLE, not because it's me. It's because of the LAEISZHALLE. I'm so excited to play in one of the most prestigious concert halls in Germany soon. Thanks a lot for sending me your video, Dark Codern. Now we did hear someone else's playing of the Nocturne before, so let me just check it out because she is still here in the chat, and I promise to look into it. Aditya Gandhi, yeah. We are going to listen. We are going to continue listening to her. Unfortunately, there is no video, so I'll just listen to it. Didn't I already... download it before? Let me try. Here, let's go. Ah, and she's here. Or here. I think it's a she. You're she, right? Aditya. Sounds like a girl's name, but I don't want to offend anyone here. Yeah, so the thing is that I don't have any problem with that super slow tempo. Actually, I like it very much because you can create, like you can make all these different beautiful and hurted harmonies shine. But try to not do too much rubato. Like there's too much rubato. And then everything starts to fall apart and I can't recognize the piece anymore. That's actually my favorite Nocturne. The pedaling was a little bit strange. And I think there are a couple of wrong notes. So maybe look into the scores again. Yeah. It's just too much rubato. It's okay if you take a slow tempo, but the problem is that if you try to sing it, it falls apart completely. Yum pa dee dum pa da dee dum pa da dee da dee da 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 dee da da. You want to bring this everything into one breath. And if you do it like dum, ba-dee, dum, bum, ba-dee, da, like I'm dying already. It's like it's too much basically, and I don't hear the connection to the next note anymore. But all in all, it's going in the right direction. I can hear the main melody well phrased. Sometimes it's a little bit too much of harsh change. In terms of like you're dropping the sound too quickly, and then it's a little bit difficult to understand what you want to express in that moment. So let the phrase sing to the end. So it's not like you're dropping in the middle of the phrase, basically. Don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I would actually suggest, even if you are going to decide to go with a slower tempo, which is totally fine, you can do that. But still try to play with a faster tempo, just as an exercise to get a feeling for the flow of the piece. So it's going to be easier to stay in the flow if you take a faster tempo. And then out of that, you can try to copy the things that you want to keep for a slower tempo as well. That's going to help you a lot to stay in the flow. Lucas said, I've sent it. You've sent me a video, I hope. Let me see. Yeah, Lukas Techendorf. 15-year-old, and this is my hardest piece I have played so far. A few missing notes, but I tried my best. All right. Let's see. WhatsApp video. What? Ah! We are continuing with the same nocturne. All right. Nice. Lucas, I will watch your video now. Let's go. Sorry, I didn't understand. Every single note in the main melody has to come out. I don't hear the main melody enough. And that's probably because you're taking a tempo that's, for now, for the moment, a little bit too fast. It doesn't mean that this tempo is not good. I think it's actually a good tempo to end with. But I think for now, try to choose a tempo that's a little bit slower so you have more control. Yeah, and also that ornament, like these things, they are too rushed. Like it sounds a little bit like you want to get through very fast so nobody hears it, but the problem is we all hear it and we all hear that it is not clean. And I'd rather take out the tempo a little bit so you have the time to speak what's on your mind. Every single note. Every single note, and so on and so on. But like, you know, if you speak to someone and you start to, I don't know what's called in English, nuscheln. So I start to really, nobody understands what I actually saying. Did you understand what I actually said? No. And the same comes for piano. So try to articulate everything correctly. Okay, I think we would have to go back a couple of steps here. It feels like you rushed through in learning that piece, but didn't pay attention to the basics. So I want... Don't get angry with us, come on. I would step back 10 steps, take a much slower tempo. Let me search for the scores very quick. I'll demonstrate what I mean. Let's see. What is this here? Yeah. Try to choose a tempo that's much slower. Okay? Wait, I'll put you big. Maybe siren time? Yes, it is siren time. So, if I play... I need another chair for that. If I had to learn that. Stay in that tempo for as long as possible until you play all the right notes, and then build up your muscle memory on the right notes with the right timing, with the right rhythm, and so on and so on. And don't rush into playing faster, okay? Because the result is never satisfying. I'm sorry I have to say that. It's like, I know it sounds very hard, it sounds very harsh, but that's the truth. Nobody wants to hear a piece that is not played to, like, I don't understand the main melody like that, basically. I'm sorry, I don't want to demotivate anyone. That's supposed to be motivating to, you know, start from another place again. Like, I can see that there are a couple of things that are just not correctly learned. And then again, there are a few notes that are right. And then again, there are a few notes that are wrong. So you would have to start from the basics again, actually. What? You're stopping here? Oh, come on. At least play to the tonica. Ya da da yum. At least until here. I had to sing it to the end now. Okay. I didn't want to be mean to anyone in case someone feels personally offended by my feedback, but I've wrote it in the title, okay? I'm going to roast you here, and I'm not going to be nice. No, I try to be nice as possible. Ooh, that was my neck. Oh yeah, that was also my neck. What I like about your playing is your general motivation in facing these kind of challenges and trying to play the piece. As a 15-year-old, I remember when I was 15 and I heard that piece and I also wanted to play it. It's like, it was really, you know, speaking out of my heart, like of a 15-year-old heart, you know, and I can understand why you want to play it, but honestly, I think, at least for the moment, it's a little bit too much above your skill level, and either take 10 steps back and start really from the basic and build it up correctly so you will be able to play it, like, at least with the right notes, or start at another point, like learn something else, and when you've built up more skills you can come back to this piece. Like, this piece is not easy to play, you know. I'm sorry, I didn't want to fry anyone here. But you were a nice chicken McNugget. I like chicken McNuggets. They are also fried very well. All right. Who else do we have here? Dario Cusano. Dario Cusano, are you in the chat? Let me know. Write a hi. I want to get roasted, please. Also, by the way, everyone that still wants to send me stuff, oh no, now everyone is like too scared to send me stuff. I was too hard. But if you can deal with it, send me your stuff to hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. I'll be happy to review it. I will be happy to roast you and to give you feedback, hopefully feedback that you can work with. Yeah, we are going to continue with Dario Cusano. Dario, please write in the chat very quick if you are actually there. If I'm going to hurt your feelings. I'm already sorry for everyone. Abitrich is asking, could you roast mine? Which email address? What's your name? What's your name? Abitrich. What is the name that you've sent me your email? Alec Bittrich. Okay, did you? Or Alec Bittrich. Bittrich. Is it Bittrich? Let me search. Actually, I don't know. It looks a little bit like we have already seen your video, but I can rewatch it. That's also fine. But first, wait, we had someone else here. First, Dario Cusano. Dario Cusano, are you still in the chat? If not, then I will watch Alec Bittrich. Oops. Looks like he's not there. So we are going to have a look at... it's German. Sorry, Bittrich. I pronounced it correctly, actually. All right, a German. Das wird jetzt lustig. Oh my god, that was cringe. Do you want me to roast you in German or do you want me to roast you in English? So everyone understands. In English. All right, we'll do it in English then. Yeah, you're just scared because I'm more fluent in German. All right, let's go. Wait, why don't I hear anything? I don't hear anything? Hello, hello? Ah! Okay, sorry. One more time. Main melody. I need a little bit more main melody. The problem here is that with this piece, I'll try to show you from the top. You can understand it a little bit better, hopefully. You see that this is the range that we are playing everything. And we have 3 voices or 4 voices to be played. So that's our range, okay? And there are 3 voices that are playing in this range. So you even more have to differentiate between the main melody, the middle melody, and the bass melody, and to make sure that I can hear every single voices without them getting all cluttered up. Later when we are having... Here we are opening up the sound, so it's a little bit easier to differentiate between the different melody lines. But in that beginning, we have to really make sure that the main melody shines through. And please tune your piano. Yeah, so far what I liked is that you are keeping the tempo. Now for that part, yum, ba, 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 bum, also try to keep the tempo. Don't rush. And let the main melody shine. I can hear your middle voices louder than everything else. So work on making the main melody come out. The reason why that is that your middle voices come out so much is, let me try to show. Probably you are not using the weight of your arm in the right positions. So I think that you're probably having this kind of grip here. Oh, we have another subscriber. Let me have a look very quick. Who is it? It is Cesario Camisado. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's a huge support for my channel. Everyone else that wants to support me as well, consider subscribing. Consider watching the stream on Twitch. So where was I? I wanted to show why the middle voice might be coming out too loud is because your arm is more in this thing here, in this direction here, instead of here. You see, inside of that movement, I'm touching the note when I'm here with the arm, and that weight goes all into the fifth finger. Okay? If you are touching the sound here, I can hear more of the middle voice because here the weight goes all into the second and the first finger, and not so much into the fifth finger. So there is a critical point of timing where you have to wait for the right time to touch down the key so you can actually influence the weight, like the direction of the weight. Now something happened as well. I want to know. I don't know. Here. Let's continue. Guys, I hope you're still there because I don't see anything moving in the chat. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Don't rush, don't rush, don't rush. Pedal. Yeah, pedal is a huge thing, and guys, tonight, or not tonight, but in a couple of hours, there's going to be a new YouTube video coming out with 5 basics of piano playing that you should definitely watch, guys. It does not only count for beginners, it counts for everyone, also for professionals like me. Like, I also have to look into these basics every single day that I'm practicing because they are so crucial. And part of it is pedal. And I can hear that a lot of people are so scared of pushing the pedal too late and having a break in the sound. And what that causes is that you're pushing too early the next pedal, that you didn't give enough air, enough space to, let the sound completely dissolve and get the clean sound into the pedal. It's a little bit like, it's a little bit like when you're swimming. Okay, you're swimming, and then you have to get your head, your mouth out of the water to breathe. And now imagine you're so scared of this movement to get out of the water and back that you're rushing and you're not really getting your mouth completely out of the water. What happens is that you take the breath and you swallow lots of water. And the same happens with pedal. If you rush into that pedaling thing and you just hit the pedal too early again, you're going to take lots of the sound that you had previously. Now, the trick is, and here is a little exercise for you guys. I'm going to show the exercise in that video also of tonight. Just grab a couple of chords and play them in one scale upwards. Now, without the pedal, obviously there's going to be a break in between the sounds, which you don't want. So try to play pedal up, pedal up, pedal up, pedal up. And really make sure that you can hear that the new sound is completely clean before you push the pedal. You see how late I'm pushing the pedal? I push the sound, no pedal yet. Pedal up, no pedal. Pedal up, pedal up, pedal up, pedal up. Okay, so directly together with the new sound, I'm releasing the pedal, and then I wait until I can hear that the sound is completely clean. And then I'm going to push the pedal to glue it to the next sound. Like, don't try to directly push the new pedal, like you don't have to. It's not going to help. Okay. Oy. Dark Codern is saying, but doesn't solve for fast melodies. I guess you mean that you don't have so much time for changing the pedal in fast melodies. Fast melodies have, you have to adjust the pedal for every piece, for every piano, for every acoustic that you're playing in. And there are a couple of rules for pedaling that you should keep in mind. For example, notes that are directly next to each other, they don't belong into one pedal because it's going to sound very muddy and very dirty. So try to avoid that. If these are notes that are in one harmony, they are creating one harmony, then it's fine. You can leave the pedal there even if you're playing lots of notes, So for example, let me give you an example. This piece. I have to change the pedal, because I don't want it's too much pedal, right? So I have to change for every single melody note. So you can hear I have to change for every single melody note to make sure that I'm not going to have a dirty sound. Now what happens, because we have lots of notes that are directly next to each other, what happens if we have notes that belong in one harmony? So for example, these are supposed to be in one harmony. And so on and so on. Try to be really, really careful with what you do with the pedal, if it suits the melody line or not. don't only look into the bass. The bass is most often not changing harmony so fast. Like, very often you're going to stay in one harmony for a full measure or half a measure. Meaning, if you just play the bass, it would be enough to change the pedal just once in that measure. But if you have a melody line going on top of it, which includes notes that don't belong into this harmony, and you don't change the pedal, it's going to be too muddy. It's going to be too dirty. Is there any hints for how to press the pedal physically as well? Like, don't press the pedal like... like, don't hit it. But more just use the front of your foot. Like, not the... How do you say that? Zehen. What's Zehen? The toes. Don't use your toes to push the pedal, but like the front part of your foot. And then don't like hit the pedal, but more just glide into it. And the back part of your foot, it always stays on the ground. Like, don't lift the full foot and press into it. Just keep it there and do it like that. It's a little bit like breathing, you know? So you're going underwater, breathe, underwater, breathe, underwater. It's a little bit like that. And as I said before, most of the time you have much more time to change the pedal than you think. Then does it make the pedal analog, not 0 and 1, but sometimes you do 0.8, etc.? Yeah, like, of course we have half pedal as a technique, but it really depends on the piano. Like, I can't just tell you, okay, in this piece I would recommend using half pedal, because it might work on my piano or on a piano that I'm going to work with on stage, but not necessarily on your piano. And also the pianos on stage, all of them are different. So I have to be open for the piano, meaning I have to open my ear. Important, okay? We don't play the piano with our foot, we play it with our ear. That's something that my professor told me a million times, and I'm going to tell you a million times. PJ348 is asking, are you married? No, not yet, but I'm engaged with a beautiful ring. It's a really beautiful ring. All right, guys. We have around 30 minutes left because afterwards I have to go. I have to go because I'm going to have a meeting with my table tennis girls. We have to discuss our next season, so I can't stay here forever. Giulio Le Chariot is asking, can I be roasted too? Yes, of course you can get roasted. Just send me your video to hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. I'll put it here in the chat again. Or if you have already sent it to me, then just let me know. Let me know which name you used to send me your video so I can find it in my email. It is the third ballad. Okay, third ballad. Let me search. Jewels. I think I have you here. Hi Anik, I really like your video and I would like to be roasted on stream. I'm sorry the piano isn't tuned. That's okay, mine is also not tuned right now, but just make sure that you will get it tuned soon, hopefully. Let me see. Oh, okay. Video is downloading. And here we go. Let's go. Okay, directly from the start. Try to have a look to your wrist. I can see that, like, this is what you have right now here. This looks like the lowest that your wrist goes, and you only go higher but not lower than that. I'll show you from the beginning again. And what happens is that it's all pressed into the piano and nothing comes out of the piano. And that's creating a very aggressive sound. Let me show you what I mean. Let me see. If this camera as well? No. Okay. So the camera is set up here. So when you're playing, do you see how low I start with my wrist and then I just wait for the lowest moment? And then I let the sound grow out of the piano. So I don't go like that. That would be too early. I want to first go down. And try to really let the sound grow out of the piano through a low wrist. If you go all like that, like, you see how that is like pushing into the piano? It's like all from above, and you have to really control a lot through the fingers to get the weight out. Like, or like not the weight, but the pressure. So try to go. And then everything is going to flow much more naturally, automatically. What is the benefit of doing that? I hope my explanation now was understandable in what exactly the benefit is. Noel Nguyen is asking, are the videos still from December? Actually, I'm doing it a little bit more differently today. So I wanted to include the people that are in the live stream right now. So if you've sent me something, let me know. I will review it today. Just to make sure that the people that are actually in the live stream are also getting the feedback that they want to have. Julio is asking, when is it needed? The low wrist, it's needed for everything. Like, it's always a balance of low wrist and high wrist. And right now I only see a high wrist in your case, and there is no balancing out with a low wrist. A low wrist will create more weight of your arm. Thank you so much, Pawn Pusher 1234, for subscribing to the channel. That's a huge support. Thank you so much. So basically, with a low wrist, you're going to put more weight of the arm into the key. Let me just demonstrate it. And if you have a table or even a piano in front of you, try to do what I'm doing, okay? So just take a random note, maybe something that's next to your body, not in front of your body, and just use the third finger for this exercise. Put it in the heart of the key, and now just let your arm completely relaxed hang into the note, okay? My arm is completely relaxed and it's hanging inside of the note, and I can feel the full weight of my arm going into the note. And now the opposite is when I have a high wrist and I take out all the weight, so you can't feel the weight anymore. And the difference is that one time I have lots of weight, and one time I have nearly no weight, and this is going to create a difference in the dynamics. So if I'm playing like that, I have more weight. Especially for phrasings like that, but I want to have heavy, light. Heavy, So it's like automatically you will get this phrasing correctly just because of the wrist movement, basically. Let's continue. Oh, right, wrong camera. Here. Pedal, pedal. Oh, Luftballon, you can send me your videos. Like, anyone can send me their videos, not just advanced people. Okay, that... I can see your head going down here, even though the music is opening. So, try to do the opposite of what you're doing here. Open the sound. I need those words. Or let me just start from the beginning. Okay, up until here, and then open the sound. Okay, if you do that, it's going to press the sound into like a small frame, while this is opening the sound because you're opening your body, okay? Also here again, it's always the same. I know it's not easy to open your body, especially if you never did that, but you will hear immediately a huge difference in the sound that you're creating. Like, immediately. Also here, yadam, pause, yadam, pause, yadam, pause, yadam, pause. It's important because the second time he writes this, there's a pause and then there's no pause, and then there's a pause and then there's no pause. So look very closely into what he's writing. Okay, I'll just demonstrate very quick what I'm talking about. So look very closely into the scores. You are lucky that I'm studying this right now because otherwise I couldn't tell. So we have this. Pause. Okay, you see? Pause, 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 and then again. Pause, no pause, pause, no pause. Okay, that's very interesting what he's doing there. Okay, don't just overplay these details. These details are there on purpose. Yeah, and now my question is, like, what is the character that you want to create? To me, what it sounds like is a lot like, it's a little bit aggressive to me, the way it sounds like. But I doubt that is what you want to create in the character. I think you want to create a big character, a proud character. But because of that high wrist, everything sounds automatically a little bit aggressive because you're pressing it into the piano. I would like to hear a little bit more chill, okay? Especially for the big, loud sound. You want to create that size, and you won't create it by shouting at people, but just by speaking freely, okay? So open this specific part of your body. Guys, I only have like 15 minutes left, so I will go through a couple of more videos from you guys that you've sent to me. Oopsie. Yeah, Julio, I understand. Yeah, when I'm recording, I also have to work a lot to stay relaxed. The same counts for the stage. So yeah, that's it's the main work actually every day, trying to stay relaxed. I know it's not easy, but you will get there. You definitely get there. Try to really experiment a little bit with your wrist movement. Like, how low can you go with the wrist? How can you integrate the wrist? How is it going to change the sound when you are using a low wrist? And again, really make sure that like the timing has a huge takes a huge role here as well. Fando Siebenschläfer is asking, where can I send my video? You can send me your video to hotkeys.challenge@gmail.com. I'll just put it in the chat. Okay, I just see we have Dima Huang. Dima Huang, are you still in the chat? Just write yes, and I'm ready to get roasted, and I'll get started with you with your video. Hey Anik, there's only audio, but this is my submission for the roast. My YouTube username is Azura2D. So Azura2D. I hope you're here. Is it this? Okay, then let's listen to it. Okay, the beginning actually was really nice. Like having that long note and not knowing when it's going to continue. I liked that a lot. You're building up tension there. That's great. And then the arpeggios were a little bit uneven. So try to make sure also there it sounds like, I can't see you because you didn't send me a video. There's only audio. But it sounds like you're trying to create everything through the fingers, and you try to control everything through the fingers. And automatically, by doing that, there's going to be unevenness. So try to control it through the arm movement. Okay? Entschuldigung! I don't understand. What is this? I don't hear the single notes. This is I don't hear it. Especially the ending of the phrases. I want to hear every single note that you're playing. It's a little bit what I'd like to do with my students is to tell them to draw the line of the melody like it's the horizon. You see the mountains in the horizon, and you see it goes up and it goes down and it goes like this and stuff like that, okay? I want you to draw this line, not just here in the air, but especially when I hear you play. So, my advice, take 5 steps back, slow practice to make sure that you understand the movement and you're not just playing everything through the fingers, because that sounds a lot like you're just playing everything through the fingers. And make sure that you're hitting every single note, that you can hear every single note, and play to the end. Like, don't rush. I don't understand. What do you want to express? I don't understand. So I'm sorry. I'm taking out my grill too hard again. I'm sorry, but like, this is not. I don't want to be mean in any mean. I just try to give my honest opinion on that. This part is much better. Okay, so this part was much better. I could hear that you were trying to breathe a little bit, that you were trying to phrase things, and also I could hear most of the notes, also like the small notes. Now, especially towards the end, I could feel that you were rushing again, so try to feel the pulse. Like, practice with metronome. That's going to help you so much to stay strict in your pulse. Chopin actually forced all his students to first learn all the pieces with metronome to a point that they were very stable, and then they were allowed to, leave the metronome away, start to include stretto, rubato, and things like that. But before that, use the metronome, be very strict, okay? It's so much discipline, I know, and it's very hard, and it's boring to practice with metronome. I admit that. But just take 3 days, okay? 3 days. Promise me. Promise you will practice this 3 days with metronome in a slow tempo. No fast playing, just with metronome to make sure you can hear every single note. If you can't hear every single note, you're still playing too fast, by the way. I want something like yadi da 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 yadi da 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 dum badi da 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 yadi da ya da da dum ba da 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 da, something like that. Oh yeah, you see, 69, 69, guys. That's the perfect tempo, okay? I know it's hard. But I would like you to practice like this for 3 days, and afterwards you can thank me, because you will be just so much better immediately. All right, let's continue. Or actually, I wanted to also see someone else because I have to finish soon. Angel Quingaitza. I'm sorry, or I'm probably pronouncing it completely wrong. If you are here, Angel, please. Ah, that's me, Pawn Pusher. Great. I'm going to watch your video now. Hi Anik, I've been mainly inspired by your interpretation of this piece and wanted to create a mock performance recording to practice for some competitions in the future. This was my first take to more accurately recreate what my performance would look like in person. Thank you so much. My Twitch username is pawnpusher1234, by the way. No pressure if you can't go over my video. I'm going to do it now. Thank you for sending me your video. Now let's have a look. Oh. Ah! What am I doing? Okay. I like the tempo. I like that I can hear the main melody. I don't like what you did here with your posture. That's not needed at all. Also, let me just look at it again. Yeah. You see that your wrist is in a very high position all the time, meaning there is not a lot of space to go higher anymore, meaning your range is very, very limited to this. You can go much lower with your wrist. Let me show you. I want to show you in a close-up so you can actually see what's happening here. So the first note, you see how flexible the wrist has to be, and like it pulls out the full arm and coming back basically. So it's like okay. The advantage of that, I'll show you from another perspective. Wait. I'll show you from this perspective. The advantage of that is if you go like this, again, here in this position, you have all the weight of your arm going into the fifth finger. If you keep it like this, there is no weight, even with a low wrist, there is not so much weight going into the fifth finger, there's more weight going here straight into that. So try to go really low with the wrist and away. So in the end we are going to create this mirrored movement in both hands. And so on and so on. Also, really make sure that you are using a low wrist for these movements. Because then you're going to open up your range of playing, of color, of dynamics, of articulation, everything. It's going to be so much easier, so much more relaxed to play. And you don't have to move like single fingers anymore. You can just create the sound through the movement of your arm, basically. All right, guys. I would like to watch the last video, and I just see that Elisa Piano is here. And I remember that she was the last one in our last live stream last week, and there we had a huge lag. So I would like to see her video again because I didn't get to see it, I think. Liebestraum. Liebestraum. That's a nice ending, guys. Nice ending. Okay. Let's watch. Elisabeth, I hope you're still there. Yeah, I can see you're here. Okay. It's actually really nice. I can hear the main melody very nicely, and it's sang, like there is some singing quality in your playing as well, which I like. Try to not use too much rubato right from the start. We want to have a little bit of space to move in, especially when we come back for the reprise. So when you're playing the beginning, like we have this very typical form of a song, ABA. So we have ya dee da dum ba da da dee da da yum ba da 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 dee da dum. This is where we introduce the theme of that song. This is literally a song. Like I'm not just saying song because, you know, it's a piece, but it's also a song. In this case, but only in this case. So this is where we're introducing the material, and most often we tend to, when we introduce the material, stay a little bit more clean, so we have more freedom to play around with it later when it comes back. So when we are playing in the beginning, ya dee da dum, I don't know the exact notes. Stay a little bit more clean so there's not too much rubato. And then later when we are playing it again, ya dee da dum da 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 dee da ya. There maybe you can use a little bit of vibrato. Ya da 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 dee da dum. But until here, that's like the first part. This is the theme introduction. Try to stay clean. And then in the reprise, you can go much, much more free. That was actually really nice. I would have a look again into like ya da be ba 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 bum. Wa da 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 da, like that transition between that downwards line and then going into the coda. That transition, I would put some thought into it again. It sounds a little bit like, okay, now I'm going to start the coda. So there was, I didn't really feel the transition. Here it's the same as with Pawn Pusher 1, 2, 3, 4, who has sent me his Opus 25 number 1. It's the same kind of technique that we are using here. So go more flexible with your wrist, and automatically that main voice, it's going to sing more and it's going to have more distance to the other notes that you're playing. But overall, it's nice. Yeah, that's a typical mistake. Ya da 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 da. That's not the rhythm that's written here. Ya dum ba dum ba dum ba dum. Ya dum ba dum ba dum. That's the rhythm. I know it's not easy to play. This part is like super difficult, but still try to go into that direction. I can literally hear how scared you are of the jumps, how scared you are of the arpeggios and so on. Like, don't be. I'm pretty sure you've been practicing this for a long time. So really trust your body, trust your finger, trust your arms. They know where to go. Don't block it with your head. That was actually not bad. You know, this part is super difficult because of all the jumps that you have to play. I would like to have a little bit more of a build-up. It's a little bit like you're too early, too loud, like on a too high level, basically, and then there is no space to go higher, especially if you're playing on an upright piano, as it looks like. An upright piano, it doesn't have so much of a range in itself compared to a grand piano, for example. So you have to be you have to calculate very much, like strategically, how loud you can go directly from the start, or if you have to start lower maybe again. I would advise to go lower again, so you have also more energy that you can push into it, and the contrast is going to be bigger. Yeah. yeah, but all in all, it's very nice. It's going in a very good direction. The coda is clean. Here you can try to experiment a little bit with the pedal if you want to maybe leave the pedal at some point completely away so you have even more of a crisp sound. Ah, you're doing it here, but maybe you can already include that earlier. And here is now the reprise starting, and I would advise to go more free here with the rubato. That's fine. And therefore in the beginning I would just try to throw out all the rubato that you were doing. Guys, it was a blast to work with you, to react to your playing. Thank you so much everyone that has sent me their stuff. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribe today on Twitch, that is, or in general, that is subscribing to my Twitch account. That's actually so nice of you and such a big support. So for everyone that wants to support my work, wants to support my channel, please consider following me on Twitch, subscribing on Twitch, so we can continue these kind of live streams in the future where I'm going to react to your playing. Unfortunately, I have to go now. I have to meet up with my girls from table tennis and get ready for the next season. So guys, I hope you have some new ideas what to continue practicing from here. One last thing for everyone. I'm coming to Hamburg and on the 28th of February to the beautiful LAEISZHALLE. I will be playing all 4 Chopin ballades, the Pathetique Sonata by Beethoven and Claude Debussy's Children's Corner. And afterwards there's going to be a nice meet and greet where I'm looking forward to see you guys, to have a talk to you, and so on and so on. Tomorrow we'll have our Masterpiece Monday. Don't forget, today there's going to be a new video on YouTube coming out, 5 basics of piano playing, which you better watch because I'm repeating everything that we were doing here today. And I want to see some improvement for our upcoming live streams, okay? For our subscribing roast. So if you want to get roasted, send me your videos. I will have a look at them. And tomorrow there's going to be Masterpiece Monday. Wednesday is going to be Challenge Day. And Sunday, there's going to be our next roast day. Guys, I hope you are nicely roasted. I hope you go out as really fresh, juicy chicken McNuggets from this live stream. Go back, practice. We'll see us tomorrow. Mwah! Bye, guys.